Hello everyone, this is Neurotics, aka Neuro, a longtime user of overclock.net and user of extremehardware.net. Today we're going to do some tweaking. We're going to do a lot of tweaking to Windows for benching or for gaming. And the two programs we're going to be using are Logic's BoostSpeed, which is not free, but if you have any problems obtaining it, you can DM me or PM me. winaerotweaker is totally free. BoostSpeed I've used since like 2009. I was using it on Windows 7. I've used it forever, and particularly a program it has called Tweak Manager. So before we do that, this is a version Windows 11 install, and I mean, there's like this. Do you need this? No. You need that running in the background. Do you need the Copilot AI running that just demanded recently that it should be worshipped and gave a whole bunch of reasons why? The search is telling me it's National Dog Day. I mean, it's just no. So we're going to go and fix it. Copilot off, widgets off, search box, hide. There's always Windows key S, and taskbar behaviors. Move it to the left because what the heck, this is not Mac OS or Linux with a program launcher. So we're gonna get into, hopefully it lagged out last time I tried and didn't open it. We're going to get right into Tweak Manager. So you go to apps, you go to tweakmanager.exe. Yes, I want to run it. We'll see how long it takes to open. This VM is slow. I apologize. So anyway, the reason I'm doing this is there is, for benchmarkers, a slim Windows 11 Pro ISO floating around that has been really stripped down. I don't have a Pro key, I have a home key, and so there finally, so it is giving you a prompt at first. It's running in beginner mode. Do you want to switch to expert mode and get access to extended list of options? Yes, we do. Okay, so the first heading is visual effects. This is all the stuff you can get to if you go to advanced system settings under system in control panel. So it's visual effects mostly. So I'm just going to go through all these. If you want to do it my way and follow along and follow along, pause it and follow along, and click the boxes that I'm clicking. We got to go through this fast because I don't want this video to not be too long. Oops. Okay. So then there's font smoothing. It's not really relevant nowadays with high DPI monitors and modern 4K displays, but you can choose what looks best to you for font smoothing. And then items to display on the desktop: my computer, my documents, control panel, and we're going to apply that. And we're going to do that. And now it's the way it should be. Anyway, now we're on to taskbar. I already went through and did most of this stuff. So notification area, do not display tooltips in notification area. Yes. Some of this doesn't work. It says you can go back to the old style panel for network control or for sound, but I found that those don't work. Don't need that, and don't need this either. So now we're going to go to Windows Explorer, View, Show Hidden Files. You can turn that on if you want. Show File Extensions, Display checkboxes for selection. Actually, I don't like that. Display pop-up descriptions of files and folders. Disable it. Disable tips. Disable hints. Thumbnails, I don't mess with. They're fine the way they are. I prefer to have thumbnails of pictures or media. This section is also not really necessary. This is great. Context menu, get open command prompt when you right click, as well as take ownership when you right click. Those are both very handy to have. So this stuff, disable option to search Windows Store when opening unknown file type. That's great. Explore items, autoplay, disable auto run for disable auto run for everything. Command prompt, this is like not for me. I'm a Linux guy, don't really know Windows command prompt. I mean, I know like DOS and stuff, but I don't really know like PowerShell. So that should be everything for Windows Explorer. So now we're getting to the more interesting things. System security. Disable user account control. If you're benching and gaming, you might want to. Most people do. I keep it on just because I'm paranoid of drive-by downloads and stuff. You know, like there's all these exploits where they can run an exe through your web browser. So I would like to know if that happens and deny it. Right? Privacy policy. Basically. All this. Actually, we want smart screen filter. Don't need to encrypt paging file for better security unless you're paranoid. So this will let you outright disable Windows Defender. However, it says modification parameter is blocked by the operating system. We need you to disable this blocking manually in Windows settings so that the program can perform this tweak. So it will tell you what to do to be able to disable Windows Defender totally. User tracking, disable telemetry and tracking data transmission to Microsoft and its partners. Yes, 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 yes. So there's that. Pretty important stuff. Disable app access. That causes problems sometimes, so no. Disable password reveal button. Disable biometrics. I'm on a PC. Disable camera on lock screen, just in case I have my wireless webcam plugged in. Do not store your logon password on disk. That's huge. Location, you can disable all this. And user activity, I just ignore that system. So now we're to start up and shut down. Start up. I don't like the Windows startup sound, so disable that. These are things that you can use if you want to. Legal notice, this doesn't really matter at all unless you'll see these if you go to the doctor's office or something, like, oh, you have to be an employee of this to be able to log on. It's just for that. Automatic log on, you can do it if you want, but I don't. Shut down, now this is really interesting and useful. The stop service timeout, stop application timeout, application freeze timeout, we are going to apply all of those because it will make the machine shut down faster. So here's OEM info and registration. This would normally be all filled in if you had a laptop or something. This you could put, you manufacture a model, you could put whatever you want, you could put a stupid picture and it'll show up in a section of like in the registration section of Windows settings. System restore disabled. synchronized time server in the internet, that's fine. Do not limit traffic for non-multimedia apps, yes. The keep drivers and kernel in the physical memory, I used to use that, but I don't anymore. So this allows you to not send error reports, as well as disable automatic restart in case of a critical error. That's good because you will be able to see the blue screen and the code from it instead of it just shutting down, giving you the smiley, and then immediately rebooting. Prefetch, superfetch, we're on solid state drives, you don't need those. Update, disable automatic PC updates after update installation, yes. Mark all network connections paid by default. Prohibit Windows Update from automatically updating drivers. If you're using old graphics cards and old drivers and stuff like that, you don't want Windows Update to install a driver for it, because like you need an old driver for it. This will make it so like when you use DDU and you have no driver installed, it will not try to install one from Windows Update and do that automatically behind your back. It allows you to use DDU and install your drivers. Disable automatic Windows Store app updates through Windows Update, yes. Peer-to-peer mode for update downloads, disable. Search, disable Cortana, reset its settings, disable personalization, prohibit Cortana Windows search from using positioning and location data. All of this stuff is good. And apply. And devices, come on, okay. Processor, it has some settings for like different power plans that they offer. Essentially, don't use those personally, but you can if you want. Mouse, I generally just skip over this section, and I set my mouse in the control panel to the highest speed anyway. That's really all I do. This drive is don't need to touch anything here. Setup, don't search for a device driver in Windows Update again. Prevent sending error reporting messages. Don't show notifications about found devices. Don't give preference to drivers signed by Microsoft. Again, if you're using old hardware or even modern hardware and you don't want, you need to use DDU and install old drivers. That will keep that from that will keep Windows Update from messing with it. So the next stuff is Internet Explorer. I don't use it. I use Firefox personally, but there's a lot of options if you do use Edge. Software tweaks, which is for Windows Media Player. If you use it, you can have it disable a lot of stuff here. Disable like internet retrieval about media, and apply. And that's it. We're done with BoostSpeed finally. So now we're going to go into winaerotweaker real fast. Right away there's Windows 11. Enable classic full context menus. So when you click in Windows 11, you get this. And you need to go to show more options to get an actual right click menu up. So we are going to turn that on right away, and you have to restart Explorer to get it to work. I'm not going to do that. Classic taskbar, they tell you can get like an app for it. Disable background apps, disable Copilot, and disable ribbon, remove Windows desktop icon. Appearance, we've already gone through this with like, it gives you more control. There's a lot you can do here, but we've already done that stuff. So then there's a lot more stuff about icons and scroll bars and stuff that you can customize. So you can disable automatic maintenance if you want. It does do that in the background sometimes. And disable Windows Update. You can outright totally disable it using this app. I'm not going to, but yeah. So anyway, there's a lot here to go through. It's a really handy app, but I really just use it to turn Copilot off. So as you can see, Copilot's gone. This is all pretty fast, and it's stripped down and more like the desktop metaphor. So I hope that you were able to keep track of what I was doing, and I hope you have a good rest of your day. And I hope you enjoyed the video and that you can go through it and pause it and make the changes and then unpause and then just go through and follow along with me and do it. So that's the end of this video. So thanks for watching.